Hello everyone, I'm Arush Kora. In this video, I'm going to present my latest project, which is a people management project. This project is a mean stack developer task given by the RESTdoctors company. So according to the instructions, I have created two GitHub repositories for it, one for frontend and another for backend. In this, the RESTful APIs are implemented and all the CRUD operations are supported seamlessly in this website. And talking about the frameworks that I have used Angular, which is most modern and famous framework right now. And for the backend, I have Node.js and Express.js, which performs which gives a robust backend environment. And for the database in the backend side, I have used MongoDB, which is a NoSQL database. So uh, let's go to the folder structure of backend side firstly. Uh, so there is this model folder. In this, I have initialized all the schemas for this particular project uh, with the help of Mongoose library. And to validate these inputs, I have created a middleware for it, which is validate person. In this, I have made use of Zord library, which helps me to uh, make validations in a good way by sending messages to the users whenever incorrect input is added to the database. So moving on to the roots folder, here we have all the get post roots which are essential for all the CRUD operations in our website. So these are two get requests where we can get all the list. In this we can get the list of all the persons. In this we can get the list of users individually, and by this route we can add the data of a new user. And for updating we will just make use of this chunk of data, this chunk of code. And for deleting I will make use of this chunk of code. And coming to app.js is entry point for the backend. It is a main entry point for the backend application, in which way I have connected it to the database. And it is also hosted in this folder only. I have also assigned some global middleware so that it can handle errors and not give some foolish errors. And I have also integrated the roots from the person roots file. Okay, so firstly, if you downloaded this folder, firstly just run npm install. I will not be installing here because I have already installed that folder. And if and to connect to the database, just create a .env file for yourself and modify and write these type of port and MongoDB URIs. And here in URI you can also paste your local host URI, which is generally given by MongoDB Compass. This URI I have written is of MongoDB Atlas, which anyone couldn't get if they create a new cluster in that Atlas. Okay, so coming to the testing this backend, I will just write npm start. And let's wait for it to run. Okay, so here it is being written, server is running on port 3000 and MongoDB is also connected to our backend. So let's see this in the browser. Okay, so now here we can see all the list of the data which is currently present in the database. This JSON input is looking kind of messy because it is the raw data which we have been added. We have not focused styling on this. It is just backend structures only. So to see these data in a pretty fashion and test, put, delete, and update APIs, we will use Postman for it. In Postman, if we want to get the list of all the persons in the database, we will just click change this request to get, and in localhost in this URL we will write a API slash person slash, we will just send this request and we can see that all the dat all the list of the data is being mentioned here, and if we want to get the data individually for any particular user, we will just put the ID of a particular user in front of this URL, and by clicking send we can see that the user matching this particular ID has been found and the data of it is being shown here. And if we want to create a new user, we will just go to body, and in that we will input some raw data, and here you have to input in this format only. I have written previously so it will save time. uh, so to create it, make sure to not write ID of any user here, and okay, so let's click send, and here we can see that the data of person is created successfully here. And if we want to update the data of this particular user, we will just change this request to put request, and just put the ID of that user in front of the URL, and for that we have to write this body data again, and here we have pre-written that. So if we want to update, we will just update this age as 25. After updating, we can see here that person's data is updated successfully, and if we want to delete that particular user's data, this body is not mandatory in this. So just make sure that you have the ID of the user which you want to delete in here in the URL. So once you hit the send button, you will see that the data of that particular user is deleted. You can verify by seeing the list of all the users. The username was Devansh, so let's find. Yeah, it is currently being deleted. So now moving on to the front end part. This is the front end folder. These all the folders are pre-created by the ng-new command. So the things I have updated are these particular like components, models, and services. In components, these three folders shows that I have made three of views for this particular application, and I will not open this as this code is much messier and it would not be okay to explain at this particular moment. And in this model, I have created the same schema as the backend so that it can connect with it easily. And in services, here we can see that This front end part is fetching data from this particular URL, and this would be helpful for it to perform various get, create, update, and delete operations. Okay, so this app.module is the basic entry point for this Angular application. Here we can see all the components, routes, and services are being imported. So let's move on and uh, firstly let me show you how to install all the dependencies for it. Just write npm install and all the dependencies would be installed if you have the same folder as the repository that I have created. Uh, I will not run this npm install command as I have already installed in this node modules. So I will just run it by command ng serve. So let's click it and wait for it to compile. This will take quite a while. So here we can see it is compiled successfully. So let's go on this particular URL. Here we can see the list of all the peoples that are currently present in the database is being shown here. And here we can see that there are three operations that we can do in this particular website. We can add a new person, or we can update a data for any particular users by clicking edit or delete, or also we can delete that particular user from our list. So let's go through them one by one. Firstly, let's add a new person. Let's name it as Devansh Gupta and age 25, and gender you can say male, and any random number. Let's hit save. So the moment I hit save, it it just goes to the database and shows in this particular page. And yeah, so if we want to update this particular data, let's say we want to update this Devansh Gupta person only. So we will just hit the edit button and update the data. So here I will just update the age of it and write age as 35. And click update. Here we can see the age is being updated, and as previously it was 25, now it's 35, so it is updated successfully. So one last operation that we have to do is try if we are okay being deleted, or to delete the data. So to delete in data, we have to just click the delete button in front of a user that we want to delete. So by clicking the delete button, we will just see this view coming in our page, and here they are asking, are you sure you will want to delete this person or not? So to delete, we will just click this delete button, and now we can see that Devansh Gupta person is no more in our list. So that is it for this full stack application. So if anyone wants to access this project locally, what they have to do is they have to download both the folders, like uh, front end and back end, from the GitHub URLs that I have pasted in below the description. And if they just follow the instructions written in the readme file, they will be able to run the project in a seamless manner. And yeah, this is it from my side. If you have any feedback or you have any questions, you can just ask me down in the comment section. Okay, thank you.